What's up, you guys? It's Jordyn Jones. I'm here chatting on the Hollywood Raw podcast. We had so much fun talking about how many followers I've gained since summer, TikTok, and little tips and tricks along the way that I have found.
We got a fun one today, Dax.
Wow, where's the energy? Let's start that shit over, Adam.
We got a fun one today, Dax. You know what? Someone said because I'm so used to speaking quick for doing what I do as a street journalist and trying to get these questions and rapid fire. I've been trying to slow down my delivery, but when I slow it down, it seems very boring.
They didn't mean slow down to a sloth. They said show your audience some energy, Adam.
I know.
Bring it up a notch.
I will.
I know you've been traveling all day. I know you're tired. But I want to see some Adam energy.
I've been traveling a lot. I just got back from LA, or if I should call it TikTok World. That's going to be the new Disney World out there. Dude, LA is so funny right now. It's so funny.
Adam and I went to a park out here that's called Lake Hollywood Park. And it was just to do some shots for our social media. It's right under the Hollywood sign. It is a park full of TikTokers. That's all it is.
Everyone's it's a dog park, right? But it's right underneath the Hollywood sign. So it visually looks good, but everyone's just doing TikToks. Is that what it is? Like in the street, everyone's just doing TikToks all over the place now?
I brought it up to my sister-in-law and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's like the TikTok park." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I didn't know."
Yeah.
I wonder if our guest today, Jordyn Jones, has been to TikTok Park under the sign.
Jordyn Jones, singer, dancer, social media star. She's got a huge following.
But I was gonna say, you say star. She's like mega star online. Yeah. Like, dude, the woman has millions and millions and millions of followers. It's wild.
I like to talk to these people again, just to learn about what they do. But I love the business behind it because we think, oh, they just dance and put a video up. No. They're making money, and serious money for a 21-year-old person. Like, she's driving a nice Tesla, living in West Hollywood. Life's pretty good. She's doing her thing. She's doing her thing. Like, some people go out to Hollywood to, be an actress. Now we're seeing more and more. Some people go out to Hollywood to be a social media star. So
and dance in TikTok Park.
Yeah, and dance in TikTok Park. Exactly. It's so funny. So when I was out in LA, I did go to one restaurant, and I sit at the restaurant with a friend, and I'm with a buddy. And then all of a sudden, who sits right next to me was Zachary Quinto.
Really?
Yeah, he's
from Heroes.
Yeah, from Star Trek. He was in Star Trek. But the funny part
I
is
Heroes better. So don't try to disregard my connection to Hollywood for him.
Well, okay, but I didn't watch Heroes. But the weird part is like I see him all the time in New York City. He lives. I'm not gonna say where he lives in. Nolita, East Village, Nolita. He lives in Nolita, and I always see him walking his dog. And I always try to say something to him, like, "Hey man, loved you on the Stern Show," or just like, "Hey man, big fan." And he's like, "Oh, thanks man," and just keeps walking. I never talk to him, but I give him that
maybe
one.
Maybe if you would have brought up the right show, he'd get excited. If you're like, "Hey, I loved you on Heroes," then maybe he would talk to you.
Well, I see him twice a day, 4 times a week, because he's always walking his dog, and I'm always in the area. And then all of a sudden, I go across the country to a whole different. I go on the other coast. And who sits next to me it's just weird. Like, of all the people I could see, it's like,
so did you say hi?
I did not, but I feel like he made eye contact with me. It was just like, I know this guy from something. I'm like, yeah, I'm the one who compliments you twice a day in New York.
Yeah. So he's gonna be like, I don't know the guy from New York. It's not in the right place for him.
No, but I wouldn't do that. I'd try to play cool, but that was the only person. I thought I was gonna run to tons of celebrities, and I don't know. I mean, we didn't really run into it. We did go to Dr. Drew's house.
We had fun. Yeah, we went to Dr. Drew's house. We did a lot of promotion while Adam was out here for the podcast. It's just the podcast, guys. The podcast is blowing up. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But we went on the Dr. Drew show. We got to talk all about Hollywood Raw. We did Pod Sauce, which is another show that I do about Hollywood Raw, and all the guests that we have on. It was a really fun week. So
we went to Dr. Drew's house. This was actually probably This was the first celebrity's home I think I've been in.
No, you've been in other celebs.
No, I don't think so. There's nothing I could really think of offhand who I've really been in. Like, whose celebrities' homes? Like, which celebrities' homes have you been in?
Who else have I been in? Trying to think, because I know I have been in a couple.
Yeah. Well, you were in Tony Hawk, right?
I've been in Tony Hawk's house. I've been in Soleil Moon Fries, Brian Austin Green's. Yeah, a couple.
How was Tony Hawk's house?
It was dope.
Was
It
it?
was so cool. Yeah, it was real. Like
Where does he
the
live?
way he lives down like towards San Diego.
Okay.
And he's got a full skate park in his backyard.
Like big, like
And
huge, or a lot, or
yeah, like he has a swimming pool, but then has another skate park, and it's like up on a hill and overlooks the ocean, and it's just designed really like a lot of art on the walls, cool chandeliers,
yeah,
like a lot of like kind of concrete. I don't know how to explain it. It was a really cool house. Not only that, but the whole time I'm just like, holy shit, I'm in Tony Hawk's house.
yeah, yeah.
And then we went out and he taught me how to skateboard in his skate park. So I'm like, how am I learning how to skateboard from Tony Hawk in
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's skate park in his house? I'm like, what's happening right now?
Did you skateboard? Did you do well in front of him skateboarding or no?
No, I sucked. What are you talking
Oh,
about? You can't just pick up a skateboard and be good at it. So of course I sucked,
yeah,
but never he didn't judge me.
yeah. That's good. That's
We had
nice.
fun.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I'm not a skateboarder, but I would love to try to or learn from the best teacher there is, which is
Yeah, dude.
Tony Hawk.
So that moment is ingrained in my brain.
Uh,
Skateboarding at Tony Hawk's house. Can't take that away from me.
uh, uh,
All right, let's get to Jordyn because I know we got her on the line. I know people are waiting. Do want to do a quick shout out, just to say thank you to people have been leaving us reviews. So let me just give a quick shout out to someone who's left a review. This one is from She's So Fine. It says, if you don't follow this podcast, you are truly missing out. I love this podcast, and I am always excited to hear what they bring up each day. Well,
very
thank you, She's
nice.
So Fine. Appreciate
Very
that.
nice. Very nice. Now on to the guest of the day, Dax. Tell me something. Tell me something.
Oh,
Good.
so we got Jordyn Jones on. Jordyn Jones, you probably know her from the Dance Mom days. She's been on TV. She is a dancer. She is a singer. She is a social media super celebrity with millions of people who follow her every move. She even has an entire Reddit can't talk right there. She has an entire Reddit page devoted towards all of her content. So, without further ado, Jordyn Jones, welcome.
Jordyn, thanks for doing the podcast. For those of you people, for people who don't know you, like they might know you as a dancer from TikTok, but I always say for people when they ask me, like, what do you do as a profession? It's like one of the hardest questions that I'm asked because I do so many different things. So it's like, hey, what hour of the day are you asking me that? When someone asks you what you do, what do you say? What's your answer to that?
Oh my gosh, I'd say I'm a dancer, singer, actress, model, content creator, blogger, I guess content creator, yes, same as TikTok. I'm first and foremost a dancer, then singing kind of comes second. I'd say those are my main things.
Do you like the word influencer or do you hate it? Because I feel like I've ran across people that are like, I don't like the word influencer because I'm more than that. How does the term influencer affect you?
I'd say it's a totally normal word to call us because, well, it's different because are you an influence? Are you in any kind of way, good or bad, you can be an influence. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a good or a bad thing. So it's kind of just like a universal word that is thrown at us. But overall, I feel like content creator is a better name.
Okay. Well, here's a question for you. So, what point do you feel like someone becomes an influencer? Like, how many followers does someone have to have for them to be considered an influencer?
Well, I know that there's a such thing as a micro influencer, which is influencers that I would say are in like the 100,000, but I'd say like over 500,000 on Instagram or over like 3 million on TikTok because TikTok's easier to grow. Instagram's harder. So I feel like maybe that, but at the same time, I definitely follow people who have like 20K where I feel like they're an influencer in my eyes. So it's totally different with followers. I don't know.
Yeah. So someone with 200,000 followers, you still consider a micro influencer?
I don't consider it, but I just know that that's technically the term that's thrown at them, like
Sure.
like influencers thrown at me, or like a mega influencer or whatever it is. But I know that there is a term, micro and mega, just because I know that whenever I did like a song and they're like, oh, we want to do song promos with like micro influencers. That's how I know the word.
Yeah.
So what was like when you started seeing your following build and build and build? I mean, if anyone's gone onto your Instagram page alone, you've got over 7 million followers, which is very impressive. But what did you do? Like, what was that moment you're like, damn, like I got a lot of followers. This is unbelievable.
I feel like the time I remember it exactly, it was 2015 Memorial Day. Um, it sounds crazy, but that's when I hit 1 million followers. I remember I got in the shower at 999,000. I got out of the shower with 1 million because I was wanting to watch it like hit, but I guess I hit it like really fast. And I just remember in that moment, I was like running around the house trying to tell everyone I was like, I have 1 million followers, I hit 1 million followers, and like no one cared, but it didn't. Like, no one was like applauding me. I'm like, please give me a round of applause. Like, where's the carpet? Where's the flowers? Like, where's my cake? Like,
Nothing like family to keep you humble, right? They're like, that's nice, Jordyn. Go back to doing the dishes, girl.
I was actually at my friend's house, but yeah, it didn't. I guess I knew how many flowers I had, and it was impressive to me because I honestly didn't even care that they were. I was just like, wow, I'm actually proud of myself, and like that's a really big milestone, and I'm recognizing this, and like it's a big deal whether people are saying good job or not. Like it didn't really matter.
So what was the video or the post that you did that, like, you just said you went in the shower with 990,000 followers, and all of a sudden you just got 10,000 really quick. What
million.
did?
What are you
Oh, I'm
talking
sorry.
about?
Well, she got 10,000
No, 999.
followers. Oh, 999. Sorry. So you got like over 1,000. What was the post that did it that really kind of put you over that?
All I remember that day was I know like the certain post that I either posted when I hit 1 million or I posted it that morning before I did. I was just in a swimsuit and it was Memorial Day and I was like at the ocean and my friends were gonna go paddleboarding, but I was too scared, but I still took a picture with the paddleboard in like my swimsuit. And I said something about like Malibu or Memorial Day or like paddleboarding something. And like that was just like the first thing that came to my mind when you asked me that. I technically don't know, but it was recently when my show Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition did get aired or announced. I can't exactly remember, but that's also why I think it helped because my name was kind of being more known in the dance world and on Instagram more. So it's kind of like around the same time.
So what is your most viral post you have ever put up?
Is the Iggy or?
I mean, I had a lot of like Tilt Tuesdays go viral back in the day where when you're a dancer and it was Tuesday, you'd post yourself doing like a leg hold. So like that would always hit the popular page. But I would say one of my most like liked photos was I think when I announced that I started dating my ex, I think that photo has a lot of likes. Also, when Cameron Dallas passed away, I posted a picture saying like rest in peace and like he was one of the best people I've ever met in my life. That photo had a lot of engagement as well. As when my dad passed away, I did a really long post about like how I felt and what had just happened to me. So that photo got a lot of engagement as well. But overall, whenever I post like milestones and like really big things that have happened, they get a lot of engagement for sure. But it's just kind of like one way or another. You never know if it's kind of like TikTok. You could put minimal effort into a TikTok and it blows up, and then you put so much effort into a TikTok and it does nothing. So,
Isn't
Yeah.
that the truth?
Well, how much strategy goes into your posts? Like when you post on TikTok and when you post on Instagram, how much are you thinking ahead of time? Like, from actually, do you see it before what you want to do? How much do you think of the caption? Like, what's the thought process behind it?
This is a really good question. So for TikTok, I am on it a lot, and I have a very good For You page. It gives a lot of like toxic advice and like girl tips and tricks and stuff like that. So like I take a lot of inspiration from what's on my For You page. So it's really, really low effort for me. I feel like I do a lot of just trends. I don't really make my own thing. Dances, on the other hand, when I see a dance on my For You page, I learn it and it takes me like only 3 times of watching it to learn it, which I am blessed to have like a dance background and a really good memory. So it doesn't take me long at all to film a dance TikTok. But then for Instagram, for instance, like today, I was like, okay, I have a cute photo on. I mean, I have a cute outfit on. I'm gonna take a good photo today. So I'm like out with my friend, and I'm like, oh, take a couple pictures. It takes like 2 minutes to take pictures. Then it takes like a minute to edit, and then like a minute to think of a caption, and then I post.
That's it. You don't think about it because you've got 7 million people that are looking at your captions, your photos, all of it. I don't, and it still takes me forever to post stuff sometimes, and I don't know why I overthink it. So you say you never overthink your posts?
No, I don't. I know what my fans like, and luckily they like what I do. So I don't really have to do anything more.
How?
Must be nice.
Yeah. So explain to me the For You page. I think, obviously a lot of people see on TikTok, they always say hashtag for you, but what is it for you? What is the benefit of like really just hashtagging the For You page?
So the algorithm is really something magical on TikTok for sure. I would say the hashtag FYP and hashtag for you is just something that I feel like I'm one of the only big known TikTokers that actually use the hashtag. I honestly do it because sometimes I don't want to do a caption, but like it kind of looks boring to me, so I just throw it in. And about a year ago during COVID, like prime quarantine, when I would post and I would do the hashtag, my videos did really well using it. And I feel like it was because I was starting out on TikTok, so I wanted to obviously get recognition from the algorithm. So it worked for a while. So because it was working for me, either or, hashtag FYP or hashtag for you, I would just kind of continue it because why not? But now I just recently had a video that did like 25 million views, and it had no captions, no description, nothing. And that video did really well. And I think it's because it hit a larger audience of even non-English, like, because when my caption is in English, it clearly only goes to people whose For You pages is like obviously in English. So because it didn't, I saw like literally a million comments with a million different languages, and I feel like it just hit a larger audience. So now recently I've started to do no captions because that did well for me. So I kind of just test things and see what works for me because like for instance, my friends, they don't use the hashtag FYP. They just do something funny and it goes viral. So I just do what works for me, and I've been testing different things out, kind of like Instagram. I used to post 3 or 4 times a day. That's what got me to gain so much on Instagram. But nowadays, that doesn't work anymore. People don't want to see your face a million times. So it kind of just like changes all the time of what people like, what people don't like. And I just spend so much time on these apps and looking at other people's content. Like I'm not just on social media for myself. I constantly am like, even though I'm scrolling and I'm technically like wasting time, I'm not, because it's my job and I'm almost studying people. So I just know what works and what doesn't.
Are you competitive at all with any of the other people that are out there that are celebrities in the TikTok world?
No, I'm not at all. Actually, what's different with my For You page is like it's all people with like 10,000 likes. Like I know none of my friends come up on my thing. Like I don't see anyone's content honestly nowadays. It's just like a weird, like I don't know. I never get like viral videos really on my For You page. It's just like when I see a sound a couple times when I'm scrolling, I'm like, okay, this sound is viral. Just because I'm not seeing the viral videos, this sound is viral because it's already been on my thing 4 times in 5 minutes. So I'll go to the sound and I'll kind of see that it's a trend, and I'll see more videos that have more likes. But no, I don't really have any like competition because I feel like even though everything is so similar with trends, a lot of people can do it differently and it makes you different.
So if I'm if I want to be a social media star, let's just say that, and I'm starting from scratch, would you say to someone to start either on Instagram or TikTok? What would you suggest to really kind of get their following going?
So I would say for longevity to start on Instagram, because Instagram is harder to gain on, like I said. And I feel like it's more of a platform where you have like a fan base that is Jordyn Jones fan base. But if you're on TikTok and you just have videos that blow up, a lot of people don't really follow you. They'll just see your video and they'll be fans of other people that are supporting you. So it's like on my TikTok, like a lot of people don't have like a die-hard following where they're like every comment is like a Jordyn Jones fan page. When on Instagram, if I posted, it'd be like 200 comments of like Jordyn Jones fan pages and like my army, my fan base, like my supporters. But on TikTok, things go so viral and it goes like so crazy that you can't really, I feel like, gain a cult following. So if you want that like army of fans and supporters, start on Instagram. But if you just want views and likes that will go to Instagram because people will think you're pretty or funny, they'll want to know more about you. So then they'll go to your Instagram and follow you from there. But it's just harder to grow on Instagram for like a cult following.
Do you think TikTok will last?
I think TikTok will last at least what am I trying to say? I think TikTok will last if like Instagram doesn't completely try to take it over. Like I feel like it already kind of is with like they're definitely trying to go more of the video route. But overall, I'm so obsessed with TikTok and I feel like there isn't really a way to just kind of like get rid of it. It's now such a big name that it's almost, I think it's bigger than Instagram. They have like more users a day. So like, honestly, I don't think it's going anywhere.
How do you get ahead of the viral dances? Like, how do you like see someone doing a dance and like, oh, that's the new trending thing? Or how do you know what's the trending dances at the moment?
I honestly have such a hard time with that because like I said, my For You page is like not dances at all. Like my mom sends me dances. She's like, oh, you should do this. For some reason, it's hard for me to really find dances to do. And
by the way, your mom is an amazing dancer.
She is.
She's so good. Yeah, she's good. Her mom is so good.
I love it. She got me on my head in our last dancing video though, and I got for a couple of days, but it's okay. I can't even remember what we were talking about.
Oh no, but how do you get ahead of these dancing viral videos? Because there's so much content out there, they just keep coming up. Like I don't even know, like if you see someone doing it, how do you know that that's going to be the new hot dance that you need to do a video for? And how do you decide which videos you're going to do a dance for?
It is really hard. I feel like with dances, a lot of people don't do them until they're a big trend. And that's kind of what I do. I know that it's a really big trend, so I'll hop on it. I don't really get on dances super early on because I honestly don't find them soon enough. So a lot of my friends are doing them.
There's a Reddit page that's dedicated to you. There's about, let's say, probably over 24,000 members. And it's got your features, your music videos, your fun pictures from your Snapchat and pictures of you and your friends. How often do you go to your own Reddit?
I don't go on it at all. I'm going to look it up right now, but like I've never even been on it. I just know that there probably is one. I get tagged on Twitter sometimes.
Like how often do you check your hashtag? Like people tag you all the time on Twitter or Instagram or something like that. How often do you check your own hashtags?
Oh my God, there is. It's bad. All day, every day. I follow the hashtag 26,000 members. You guys. Oh, the funny thing is the header isn't even me. The header isn't me. Like,
what is the header on your own Reddit page?
So you had nothing to do with your own Reddit. A fan just kind of created it and it just got going.
This is not me at all.
But it's pretty cool. You got to admit, that's pretty cool that you've got over 26,000 people that are interested in your content and have started up a Reddit page. Say hi to them, because you know what? We're going to get this on the Reddit page. Say hi to your 26,000 Reddit fans.
Hi to you guys on Jordyn Jones content. Like, this is scary. You guys see the content before I even see the content.
It's pretty awesome, though.
You know what, though? If I Google your name and it says your net worth is about $1.4 million, is that accurate?
I don't know. No comment.
Okay.
I can tell you, mine came up at one point and it was like $9 million. I'm like, who the fuck is adding this up?
Like,
this is ridiculous.
Who's stealing from me?
Well, how do you monetize your stuff? Like how do you, obviously if you get some acting work, some dancing work, like you make money out, but overall, like where does the main source of your income come from?
My main source of income is probably brand deals, also my podcast, also TikTok creator fund, YouTube ad revenue, my merch. What else?
And is it all you kind of running your own show?
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
pretty impressive.
I have a manager, I have agents, I have like my podcast team, but for like my day-to-day like things and like getting like brand deals and stuff done, it's like me and my manager.
That's very impressive.
My
You know, 'cause
manager
you're young.
and I.
We applaud that. We love seeing when
It's very
people are
entrepreneurial.
starting up their own stuff.
Thank you.
Exactly. It's awesome. Hey, by the way, how did you meet Bo?
Jordyn Bo?
Your
Yeah.
ex-boyfriend.
Oh, I was like, wait, Bo, I've never so he lived at a content creator house with Tanner Fox, and Tanner Fox invited me to film a YouTube video one day, so I went to the house and he was there.
Gotcha.
So,
And
I mean, you guys were together for a while.
We were together for almost 3 years.
Yeah. Are you guys still friends?
I'd say yes, because I don't know, I feel like we're gonna get to the point soon where we're able to like really be friends and like actually update each other. But like right now it's just like small talk, or like once a month, honestly, we'll have like a 2-second conversation or like swipe up on someone's story. But he still has to like pay me rent. So like every month that happens. Every month he pays me rent. I mean, that's kind of like the amount of communication that we get. Like he sends me money and then I heart the little Venmo thing. I like it. I like that he sent me money. So then that's honestly it.
I love that.
So when does
My
the
only communication is through Venmo.
So
because
when
you
does
pay
It
me.
is our only communication is through Venmo right
when
now.
does the lease end? So he has to stop. When can he stop paying you?
I think in like a year.
Oh, you sent it to your lease?
Well, yeah, it's so we moved to Arizona together, and because I made the commitment of living in Arizona with him, I'm not a horrible person, so like I knew that I made that commitment, and even though we broke up and I moved back to LA, like I can't just be like, okay, look, I'm gonna throw it all on you now, like you have to pay the rent. It's in all of my name, and which we actually had an out because I was like, oh, do you want to move back to Cal? Like, do you still want to be living in Arizona too? Like, but I wasn't even talking to him. Actually, my financial advisor was in communication with him, and being like, do you want to live here? Like, we have an out. Like, we can get out. They have new people that want to live there, and so he wanted to continue living there. So I have to continue to pay until the lease is
Oh,
up.
you're still paying your half of the rent for a house you're not even living in?
Yeah, but like,
Oh.
but it goes to my card, so like I pay the like portal, and then like he Venmos me his half.
You should just sublease your room. You just have a
Oh
new
yeah,
roommate.
it's not him that needs to have the roommate; it's me that needs to find someone to live there. That just dawned on me.
But are you guys created a YouTube channel together? Are you still monetizing that YouTube channel? Like, does it still make money? And how do you guys do that?
This is a question that honestly I have no idea the answer to. I honestly forgot about it, but he takes care of the dog. So like at the end of the day, I'm just like, well, whatever money is made on there, like he edited the videos. It was kind of his ideas. He's got to take care of the dog and like the house stuff. So like I don't really care about the money. That's not why I was doing it. So honestly, he probably has the checks or is getting them, and he probably is keeping them, but I don't care. Like, I don't really need the
At a
money.
point, it's not even worth it. Not worth the
Yeah.
time.
I just don't really like need it, and I feel like maybe he does, so I'm not gonna ask him.
That's nice.
So
Yeah.
you've already done so much in such a little time in life. What's your future look like? I mean, I feel like you've already created such like an empire for yourself in a way.
Thank you.
What do you want to do long term?
Long term, I'm gonna get back into my music. Since January, I've been in the contract stage of making this contract with a guy named Tommy Brown, who's Ariana Grande's executive producer. So since January, we've been in talks with like communication with him and like changing the contract up, because I got like a contract from him, like a proposal in like January. So, and it's almost the end of the year, and we've still been in like, you know, all that contract stuff, all the nitty gritty with the lawyers and stuff. So next year is definitely like lots of music, at least a lot of writing and a lot of recording. I don't know what I'll be able to put out and what I won't, but long term is just music, podcast, and definitely going to be starting my own businesses, fashion lines. I definitely just want to like level up in any way I can. But yeah, I'm definitely happy with where I am right now. I feel like during COVID, I had a lot of time to work on passion projects, and like a podcast is such a amazing thing to me, and I got that during COVID. So I've been able to talk to people and like have like a different outlook on or a different output.
We'll tell people, because you keep mentioning the podcast. It's, What They Don't Tell You. That is the name of the podcast. But like,
Yes.
tell people, what is it about? Like, what's your goal in having a podcast? Because it feels
Mhm.
like everyone out there has a podcast. So what makes yours different?
Mine is just it's such a fun like open conversation with with mainly my friends I have on the podcast, and an occasional guest star, like someone exciting that I almost don't even like know personally, but I try to have on a lot of my friends, where it's a lot of TikTokers and it's TikTok based, I'd say, where it's some of it is a little drama. We have a lot of it's just honestly a different side of me where I open up a lot more. There's a lot more real life stories and more mature side of me for sure. But overall, it's a just a fun thing to listen to for like 45 minutes, and you get to learn more about me and especially my guests, where they're just so open, and it's different than social media because you actually get to see what they don't tell you. And that's the whole thing of the podcast, where it's just like whatever the person does, whether they're an artist, and I'm like, well, what's one thing that they don't tell you about becoming an artist or a record deal or being a soccer player or a TikToker? It's just like we go a little deeper, and it's just a more deep conversation than you're used to from TikTok or just watching our 15-second videos.
So,
Cool.
it's interesting because you're a very, very successful social media star, and you have
Thank you.
fans, you're making money. But do you feel like, again, you're in Hollywood, do you feel that like the old Hollywood, the industry has really accepted you guys as the new stars? Embraced you guys?
I would say yes, because it's almost everything is kind of being about followers now, which is a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing for us, and it's a bad thing for people who are trying to start out like I did 10 years ago. Like nowadays, you go to an audition and they ask you how many followers that you have. So clearly, maybe I am in a good position for that. But someone who has a huge talent in acting and they've been training and they go to acting classes and they're really successful in the acting world, but they don't have a large social media following to be able to promote the movie, where nowadays that's a huge thing because social media promotion is almost way more successful than a commercial on a TV show. So a lot of people, for a lot of people it's a bad thing, and a lot of people it's a good thing. It's just kind of where you are. But I mean, starting out 10 years ago, it was way easier to become something than it is nowadays. But TikTok is a really good place to start for someone, because whether you have a talent or you're pretty or like literally whatever it is, you can be something on TikTok, and they're very good at pushing people for having no followers or having 10 million followers. So it's honestly just a crazy world that we live in, where it's all going digital and everyone needs to have followers nowadays.
Who's the coolest
Nice.
person that ended up in your DMs? You're wondering like, oh shit, this is fucking awesome.
I mean, I used to definitely have a huge obsession with G-Eazy, and he's like the first person that came to my mind, where I've like DM'd him a couple times.
That's kind of a fun one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
You guys chat? Are you guys friends now?
well, he followed me in like 2015, and he still follows me. So I was definitely fangirling when he followed me a while ago. But now, I mean, I wouldn't say that we're friends in any way, but we have communication towards each other. We've met each other.
Gotcha. Was it? I mean, I hate to say, like you're a pretty young girl. Was it something where it was trying to be more of like a hit on type thing, or
No,
see what your deal is, or was it like, hey, I like your work?
I don't think so. It's probably just been more of like, oh, he's chill and she's chill, and like she makes music, I make music. More just like a chill vibe, not anything weird or
Yeah.
flirty or trying to meet up or anything like that.
So I have a question for you in regards to success, because I feel that all these young girls that have come in contact with Abby throughout the years have become so successful. You've got
Yeah.
Maddie and JoJo and
JoJo.
you, and like, what is it that has made this young group so successful, and all in different fields?
I would say number one, being a dancer, especially a professional dancer on TV, is some type of like, I swear, like magic that we have in us. And that might be confident or cocky to say, but I feel like just I was so professional as a 12-year-old on TV, or 13 years old, and having to be on set, having to be on time, having to always look your best, having to always be the best version of myself, and like having almost being on set, it's like a job. Like I just think because I was almost like in a working business mindset since I was 12 years old, kind of made us all machines in a way.
Mhm.
That's the best way
Do
to
you,
put it.
now, I've always wondered, like when I saw Maddie doing all like the Sia videos and stuff, I was always curious if other girls around her, if that was tough to see that level of success and fame so quick. And I because I think that would be hard for me, to be completely honest. If Adam started doing, Sia videos tomorrow, I'd be like, damn it. Like, how did that person get picked? Do you know if there was that level around with other people?
I don't think so, because honestly, when we were that young, it was always solely, yeah, we were almost pushed as a competition, but back then I feel like people were so much more supportive than they are now. So I feel like it was all just support and honestly just like, you go girl. But like nowadays I feel like people are so jealous that it would have been different, but
You know where I
those
could see it?
girl, yeah.
I could see it as the parents being the ones that are like, why didn't my kid get
Yeah,
that?
totally, 100%. My mom probably thought the same thing, but she never told me. Like, like moms are definitely want their kid to just be super famous.
What are your thoughts, or what have been your interactions with Michael Gruen?
I haven't really had any interactions with him. I think I went to Craig's with him one time, but it was because my ex like got invited to a dinner with him. But honestly, nothing.
So when he goes to Craig's a lot, when you go to a dinner with him, does he pick up the bill? Does everyone split it, or how does that work?
I don't even know. I don't think I ate. I don't think I ate. And I don't think I was there the whole time. But I would assume that he paid, or maybe it was free because he would always be the one inviting, I know.
Gotcha. Because I know
So
that.
who, so I want to know who your favorite social media star is. Someone that you have never met, but you love
Oh,
watching
easy.
their videos.
Easy. There's a girl on TikTok, on YouTube, that always does mukbangs, and now she has TikTok. But she's from a small town where I'm kind of like in the Midwest. Her name is Steph Pappas. She's got a lot of YouTube subscribers, but I feel like she doesn't have as much recognition as I feel like she should. But she's just great to watch. She doesn't even edit her videos. My mom thinks it's really boring, but I just love sitting there watching someone talk and eat for like 15 to 20 minutes, and it entertains me.
How many
That's awesome.
right now in your Instagram, if you were to go in, how many unread messages, DMs do you have?
Oh, a lot.
And is it mostly like who is it dude? Is it like just fans? Like, and do you
Like
try to interact?
in my normal like messages, none. Like I answer them all. But then in like the requests, it's just flooded with like story
Here,
replies.
will you do this? I want you to open up your Instagram. I want to see how many alerts you get. So you have to face towards the camera. I want to see how many alerts you get when you open your phone. Like, is it just like 99 plus on all of them?
Oh yeah, like technically right now I have 361 text messages, 6 Snapchats, 169 missed calls, 20 on Twitter, and 16 on Instagram. But like,
Oh my
I don't even
God.
know why I have 169 missed calls. What is that? And
Do
then
you
look,
ever answer your
it
calls?
says put the phone down.
Oh.
But yeah, why do I have so many missed calls? But Instagram, so it says I have 13 missed from like my normal, but then it says 99 plus requests.
Wow.
And then it just
Jeez,
never
I
loads.
can't see it there. Oh
It's
my.
so
Like
many.
they're
it doesn't load.
broken. Yeah, they're broken. I can't look.
So how many new followers do you get when you refresh then? Is it always 99 every time?
Oh yeah.
That's so crazy.
Insights. So for followers, it says, so for the last 90 days, I have gained 448,000 followers on Instagram.
Jesus.
Well,
That's
technically,
insane.
I've gained 855,000, but I've lost 400,000. So the total is 448,000 followers.
I'm glad to hear that you also lose followers because I feel like what the hell?
Oh
I
yeah.
put up some quality content and people still fly out of there.
How do
7
you?
days, I've gained 24,000 followers.
So all this information, do you and your manager look at these charts all day and say, "Okay, we're losing followers. We need to do something."
No.
No, you just never even look at it.
No, whenever my team says, "Oh, we need your updated analytics," we look then, but no one ever says, "Oh, this is lower than usual. Oh, this is more than usual. Good job. Keep going. You suck." Like, there's literally no communication. I just send them my insights and then they go from there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love hearing that the idea of how many people are following and unsubscribing and subscribing. I mean, some people I think just quit Instagram and they leave, but
Yeah.
holy moly. I think once you've hit a certain point, it's like, what is 400,000
Yeah.
when you've got 7 million?
Honestly, I think 500,000 in 3 months is kind of insane because I've been a name, like I've had a million followers since 2015, like I said. So for someone like me to continue to grow, like 500,000 followers since summer is like a lot.
Yeah,
For
that's awesome.
for I feel like my come up and like my prime was like 2016. So like the fact that I'm still growing does give me a little bit of, I guess it's just good for everyone that's my job. So clearly I need to have followers or I need to have people, but I don't usually look at it.
Yeah, you're doing your job. All right, let's do a quick round of rapid fire questions. Adam, you good with that?
I'm good with that. Ready? So basically, the first thing that comes to your mind, don't really think about it. Just kind of go with your gut.
Yep.
Let's start with this. The best restaurant in LA.
Erewhon.
Okay. All right. What about
I'm
the
vegan.
makes sense. What is the most overhyped restaurant in LA?
Boa Steakhouse. But it's still good.
It's still delicious, but I agree, it is overhyped.
Okay. Celebrity or TikToker who has the best house?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anyone's house. Oh, I just watched Vanessa Hudgens' 80 episode. She has a cool house.
Well, that house was sick, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty.
All right. What about the social media star with the best content?
Jordyn Jones.
I like that little shout out.
Place in LA you'll always run into a celebrity.
Oh my god, I don't go anywhere. I'd say Catch LA.
Okay. All right. What is the food everyone seems to love but you're not into?
Sushi.
What? You don't like sushi?
No. And I'm vegan now, so good thing. I hate that.
Okay.
God, I love sushi.
Yeah. Biggest regret.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have one.
That's a good answer. I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it.
What's a job that you turned down that you were like, man, I should have probably took that job?
A lot of auditions. Acting stuff. I should have, I guess. What's there to lose?
Okay, so what is the one audition you went out for that you really wanted and you didn't get?
I was second. Me and Baby Ariel were the top 2 people for that Nickelodeon movie a while ago, and they went with her. So I guess that, because I got really far, but right after that was when like social media for me started really taking off. So whatever.
All right.
All right.
Well, that was good. That was a fun, fast round.
good.
I like it.
Fast
I
round.
gotta say, Jordyn, you have been like phenomenal. And it's not that I doubted that you would be phenomenal,
Thank you,
but
guys.
I think sometimes when you actually talk to someone that you see their content, you don't know what you're gonna get. And I feel like you've been so honest and open and real, and I love that about this interview.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear your perspective as someone who's really doing well in the social media world, as the, one of the stars of really today, but like of the future too. Like you're the ones that a lot of people's kids are watching now, or they're just, the people that they kind of scroll upon. You're the newer stars. It's from Dax and I, from our journalism perspective, it's, for a while we were like, why isn't, because we asked you the question, but like we thought it was just weird that some of the bigger media outlets were not touching social media stars, but they're starting to more and more, because they're realizing where the clicks come, where the content comes. And I mean, more people care about you guys than some of the older stars. How many more stories are we going to see on Jennifer Aniston? I think it's okay. Onwards. All right, who's next? So it's exciting to talk to you on the way up.
Thank you.
Can we just talk about how awesome Teslas are for a minute?
Love them.
Dax has a Tesla. I just went in it this past week.
I love it.
I will never not have a Tesla.
Is it that good?
It is so good. Adam, you are missing out.
It's that good.
The coolest car. Does yours fart too?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine farts. I love it. Does yours do the DJ? Yeah,
They all do.
Not the older ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to have a newer one.
I've only been in ones that fart.
But what do you love about
that quote?
Yeah. What do you love about Teslas though? Is it just not going for gas anymore? Has your battery ever went out because you've been driving too much?
I drive past the Costco line and I laugh now, because there's like the Costco gas line.
Yeah.
Goes all the way down the block, and I'm like, screw you bitches, and I just drive on by. It is the best thing to never have to fill up with gas, and it's just a cool car.
So I didn't know how to drive, and I wanted to have a car. So because Teslas have autopilot, I felt really safe to put a deposit on a Tesla. Did not know how to drive. I had never driven a car. I had never pumped gas before. I was like, well, I'm not going to need to pump gas. I'm not going to need to really know how to drive because there's autopilot. But during quarantine, while I was waiting for my car to be delivered, I learned how to drive a car. And still, until like a month ago, I never even went to a gas station because I didn't need to have a Tesla. So yeah, I don't even think about it. But overall, Teslas, I have a performance one. It's so fast. It's so quiet. It's so clean. The white interior. My car is wrapped Yas Marina blue, like my favorite color ever. And it's overall just like the quickest, zippiest, fun car for the price, honestly.
They really are so cool.
Jordyn, my last question for you is, who's the one celebrity that left you starstruck?
Gigi Hadid.
Why was that?
Meeting her. I just always have had an obsession with her, and I was even her for Halloween one year, like 2014 or something, and I met her, and she was just the sweetest thing, and also Rihanna. I was pretty starstruck with Rihanna. Now, I mean, I've met like every celebrity. It's crazy.
Yeah, like, so when you like ran into Gigi, did she know who you were, or like Rihanna, did she know who you were? Because I always find that fascinating when people run into you and you're like, I didn't know you would know me.
So for Gigi, I got actually invited to one of her collaborations with Maybelline. So everyone there she knew was like an influencer, a content creator, and like invited there by Maybelline. So I don't know technically if she knew me or she just knew that like I was there to promote, and like then later she knew who I was because she like liked my picture and everything. But I don't really know the answer. I wasn't like, do you know who I am? So I technically don't know.
Never an awkward question.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Well, you're killing it, Jordyn.
Thank you.
I wish you much more success. I hope you land those future auditions, get your music, just crank it on all the radio stations,
And
all
the
of that.
podcast keeps crushing it. What they don't tell
Thank
you. It's
you.
a really fun listen.
Thank you, guys.
We with nothing but success for people who are kind, and I mean that's what we champion that on.
Thank you.
Social media stars.
Dude,
social media star, actor, dancer, you know,
just everything. I mean, I like when we get someone on who, in all honesty, I didn't know like a lot about her before this interview, because I've seen her online. I knew who she was, but I didn't like know the extent of how successful she's really been, and I find that interesting.
Yeah, for me, it's a world that I'm a fan of, but I don't know the ins and outs, and I like to learn from these people. I want to learn what they're doing for marketing and their technique and their strategy in the social media world. So I ask them questions for me, just to kind of learn what they're doing and see if I could kind of get some tips or pointers. And that's what I hope the audience does. They kind of see the benefits of the For You page and just hear from their perspective how much strategy.
Feel not very successful at the same time.
Dude,
considering
come on, man.
She
How
was
crazy.
born in the year 2000. Just heads up.
Yeah. And she's, man, 21 years old, driving a Tesla, making bank, but I hope a lot of people give a credit to these social media stars. They're not just posts on an Instagram and influence. They're business people, and they're making money, and they are the stars of tomorrow, but they're also the stars of today. So it's like, at what point are people going to start? I feel like they're easy targets.
Give them the credit, people.
Yes, they're easy targets to make fun of. But yet again, it's like they're actually doing some really good things in the world as far as business. Like, it's time to take notes. So
you didn't even tell me. Why do I still got me big? You're all small. I just sitting over here enjoying a big screen. Let's make it a little even.
Okay,
is that better?
That's fine. I feel better now.
For people that are watching on YouTube, I just had my screen like giant, overwhelming. Adam was just this little tiny screen.
Yeah, I'm not even at home at my original studio because I've been traveling a lot. But the best thing to do to support this podcast is leave a review, 5-star only. Check us out on Spotify, on iTunes. It really just helps out the algorithm. That's just how it works. 5-star only. Say a few kind words. And if you say a review, sometimes we read the review live on air. You can follow this. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're on it all. We have a private Facebook group. Dax, tell us about this private Facebook group.
Well, if you go to the Hollywood Raw Facebook page, you can see that there is now a section under there. It says join the private Facebook page. That is so that we can chat directly with the fans of the podcast. If you guys have questions, you want to submit anything, and you just want more of a private forum, that is where you go. And honestly, Andrea, our new social media girl, she was the one that talked us into it because she said, this is what you guys should do. So we're doing it. We're listening to the fans. She says people want to talk to you. And I said, okay, let's do it then. So yeah, go head on over to Facebook and join our private Facebook page. And you can follow Adam at Adam Glyn on all social media platforms. You can follow me at Dax Holt. And that's all we got for you guys today.
See you next week. Let's do it. Let's do it again next week, guys. Same time next week. Let's do it.